It's been years since we carved our names on a clock tower door before everything changed. We were big-eyed boys with the salt on our skin, and we'd throw our kites to the wind, and they fly on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on.
Wind blows through the trees, as abruptly as an unexpected slap, but gentle like a worried mother's shush. Snow piles up, headstones stand still and cold from the frost and the grave and the past, left only with their inscripted names for strangers to read. The person has long since disappeared from memory.
The government recognizes that the absence of an apology has been an impediment to healing and reconciliation. Therefore, on behalf of the Government of Canada and all Canadians, I stand before you in this chamber so vital, so central to our existence as a country, to apologize to Aboriginal peoples for the role the Government of Canada played in the Indian residential schools system. To the approximately 80,000 living former students and all family members and communities, the Government of Canada now recognizes that it was wrong to forcibly remove children from their homes, and we apologize for having done this.
They were small, with hands that hardly fit in the working father's palm, torn away. Families left to fantasize about the child that lives elsewhere, the daughter that knows nothing about her culture, yet her heart hints at it through art, the son that took to drink because he knew his culture before he was forced to change, to kill the Indian in the child. They were small. With wild-like imagination, children that grew without ever getting the chance to be planted. In size they sprouted, but inside they wilted. Some never returned home, others found home, found it in long roads, in silence, and in death. And there they are, slowly disappearing from memory.
The burden of this experience has been on your shoulders for far too long. The burden of this experience is properly ours as a government and as a country. There is no place in Canada for the attitudes that inspired the Indian residential school system to ever prevail again. You have been working on recovering from this experience for a long time. And in a very real sense, we are now joining you on this journey. The Government of Canada sincerely apologizes and asks the forgiveness of the Aboriginal peoples of this country for failing them so profoundly.
Old men, like my grandfather, believe in the power of stories. I know my grandfather. He likes campfires. His wife sits indoors by the window listening to the crackle of smoke, and to my grandfather tell tales that she's already heard once or twice. Age knows him as an elder, but the stars twinkle brighter when he speaks. He's one of those few Canadians who knew our dark history before the education system wrote it into the curriculum. My grandfather has been saying sorry all his life. He is a white man, my grandfather. He was not forced into a different way of life, but he has faith in the power of words, campfires, and above all, stories will heal wounds, and in that he believes. Old men, like my grandfather, don't let memories of the past disappear.
Nous le regrettons. We are sorry. Nimi tatenan, nimin jinowe samin, mamiak tugut.
Soft rays of sun draped themselves over silvery branches, like a dream catcher caught between keeping the bad dreams out and the good dreams in, because the good dreams of a white man might be his Indian brother's nightmare. The wind is still blowing. It has been for centuries, and it will continue to do so for decades to come. The past will stand, cold from too many years of worried mothers shushing the stories. However, the past will no longer stand still. They were small. We owe it to the long road travelers, to the lost, to the drinkers, to the brave, to the uncultured, to the abused, to the fantasizing families. We owe it to the strangers with inscripted names, and to those who have disappeared from memory.
And in years when the torchlight thins and the clock tower's gone and the big light dims, we'll no longer be boys. We'll have lines on our skin and they'll throw our dust to the wind.